All right, everybody, this is Dragon Fire News, Dragon T reporting. Today we were in 2nd Avenue and University at the United States Post Office. We're here to do a First Amendment audit and see if they respect our wishes to film in public. As you can see, it's a relatively nice building. Been here for quite a few years. We're gonna go in and buy a stamp and see if they respect our wishes to film in public. Oh, get a big sign right there. Oh. See, as you can see, at the self-service post. And as you can see, security camera. And we got some older posts. And let's see if we can't find the poster 7. Ah, poster 7. There we go. And as you see, there's quite a few post office. Hey, mirror. That's a bunch of rubber bands. How you doing?
Good.
As you can see, we got variable rates here. Meal, priority meal. Envelopes, different styles, shapes. And we're gonna go over to the main section and see. They respect our wishes to film in public. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, I am. Oh, looks like they got a little fund the 8 fight. Wonder what that's about. Oh, breast cancer. Sure is.
Thank you, sir. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the post office. Can I help you now? You're not allowed to video.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, sir.
People are using credit cards.
Your rules and regulations on your poster 7 are right over there. For news purposes, I'm allowed to photographer.
People are paying with debit and credit cards and you can't.
That don't matter.
Yes, it does matter.
No, I don't. Would you like to go read your rules and regulations on poster 7? All right. And as you see, 2 people are already triggered. Don't know the rules and regulations of their own post office. You can get an Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, Apple Store. Oh, don't it just hurt.
I apologize about
Sir, are you here for a reason to?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me
what it is?
I'm an independent journalist doing a story, gathering some content for a story.
Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Why don't you come here for a second and I'll show you.
No, I will call the postal
No, call the
inspectors
police.
and- No, we call the postal inspectors. They will meet you outside the door.
Oh, I'll be fine right here. I'm here to also buy a stamp, so.
No, your camera has to be off.
No, I'm sorry, it does not.
She's not here, but I got this under control.
Apparently they don't know about their own poster 7. Decorative shipping supplies. Oh. When in public, you have no expectation of privacy, so you can't say don't want to be recorded.
Actually, yes, inside of my work facility.
Ma'am, you're a public employee. We have actually required to keep you accountable for your
Okay, sir,
job.
can I ask you to leave the post office, please?
No, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to, you're gonna have to wait for a second, and I'll be right with you. See that is right on my. I just don't want you guys to, feel uncomfortable. Okay. You guys have a great day. There's a survey at the bottom. Here's your tracking number and expected date of delivery, okay? And have a great day. Thank you for coming to the post office. Give me a second.
Wow. Triggered over camera.
You know she's probably gonna call the police, right?
Doesn't matter. It's constitutionally protected activity.
You know this is a federal.
It doesn't matter. There's a poster 7 right over there that says I can photography if I'm.
All right.
It's called poster 7 rules and regulations. Man, I do this all the time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I even done it in the Des Moines Police Department. You think they're going to arrest me?
Okay, sir, she's called the police.
That's fine. I'm not going to run.
But can you please?
No, I'm going to buy a stamp. I'm here for business.
He's right there.
I understand that, sir, but can you step right here, please?
No, I'm in line to buy a stamp.
I can get you the stamps. Can you please step right here, sir?
No, I'm gonna buy my stamp just like everybody else in line does.
You have the right to buy all the stamps, any stamp that you want. We just don't want you to record.
You have a poster over 7 over there that says I have every right to photography in public lobby. According to the U.S. Constitution, it's a federally protected activity.
And I understand that.
So you can't stop me from filming.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, officer?
Good. So,
I'm just here doing gathering information, content
so
for a
apparently
story.
they have a policy that says that you.
There is here. Come here, officer. So you can and I can see, and then you can inform them. Public photography is not a crime, and it's written right here on their own rules. Right here. Photography, news, and advertising photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers.
Yep.
And I'm here gathering content for a story. So.
Absolutely. You do your thing, but they said that since you were filming customers, that's not what they allow.
It doesn't matter. People have no expectation of privacy in public.
No, I totally understand where you're
So
coming from.
I'm going back to buy
Totally
my
get it.
stamp.
Okay.
Thank you, officer. Have a good day.
Can I talk to your manager?
That's
Oh, awesome.
what I said, hold on. Yes, sir.
Now I lost my place in line.
Because if it messes up, we need to know who's coming. Okay. Miss Smith,
Hey, you can come back up here.
Sure? Seriously? Oh man, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Get back to my spot in line. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm gonna make some calls.
If you want, I can have
I can have the post office to come down too.
and hold this phone.
Yeah.
But no. He's got it.
No, he didn't take it with you.
He can't.
Yes, he can.
No, he
We can
cannot.
ask anyone to leave a federal building.
Ma'am, unless I'm committing a crime, I cannot be trespassed from public property. And this is federal property, which is paid by tax dollars, so it's public property. Thank you. And again, they do not respect our rights to film in public. It's considered a constitutionally protected activity protected by the law. Means I can film in public in any open foyer. I'm talking to my camera. Thank you.
But you're filming me, and I don't like it.
Well, you're in public and you're employed by the public.
You cannot do that.
You work for us, ma'am.
Invading my privacy.
Nope.
Yes, you are.
No.
By recording me, I have no idea who you are.
It doesn't matter who I am. You're paid by the tax dollars of the public. So you work for us,
No,
not
we're
for. Yeah, you are.
No, we're not. You don't know. No.
Wow. United States Post Office is not paid by tax dollars.
No, it is not.
Excuse me, how much money do you get from the federal government?
Do you know?
Yeah, I do know. It's public information.
Yes, ma'am.
Jesus.
But I am the boss. It's,
I'm here doing a story, gathering content for a news story, and you're going to be a big star. Ugh.
see that? Let's wait there, sir. Here I come. Yeah. Thank you. You have a good rest of your day, okay? Thank you. I'm logging out. She'll be able to help you one moment. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have your phone on you?
Yes.
Can I see it, please? They've instructed me to take pictures of him.
Is that a company phone or a personal phone? Cool. I'll be for you and requesting the picture.
See how license
Constitutionally protected activity. I don't care. I have no expectations of privacy in public.
All right.
And this is how you're treated. Customers with a camera are treated at the U.S. Post Office. Look at all the gift cards we have to offer here. Afternoon, sir. How you doing? I'd like to buy a stamp, please.
One?
Yeah, just one for today.
Anything else you do that would be?
55.
All right.
Yeah, we do that now. Where'd you grab that? Oh, nice.
I'm gonna set this down for a second.
Where's the,
Oh, thank you.
over here on 6th,
Oh, you got some new ones in, I thought.
Got new ones?
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
what's the newest ones you got? That's what I came for.
Well, some of them you can't like break apart. They like come in books, you know.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just take this one then.
Yeah.
I'll just take this one. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I'm gonna go get some pictures of your breast cancer awareness back here. That's a pretty neat little setup you guys got.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you,
Have a
sir.
good day,
Have a good day. Nice to go back here and check out the fun to fight.
You have to go this way, sir. Exit.
That's better. All right. Whack. Big old boxing glove, pink boxing glove at that. That's interesting.
Kelly and Tim.
Let's knock out breast cancer. Out of service, no smoking. Private area. And they also have these creative looking boxes available for purchase. For shipping supplies. As you can see, they're decorating. You guys have a good day. Sorry to bother you. Yeah, definitely. Oh, excuse me, sir. Get these real quick.
Were we able to help you? Did you get your stamp, sir?
Yeah, I got my stamp.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I take it you were educated today. I take it you were educated.
No.
No?
I'm just
Okay.
making sure the customers are okay. Thank you,
All right.
sir. May I help you, sir? Does anyone need any other problem?
There you go.
How you doing?
How you doing?
This gentleman just has to talk to you real quick.
Sure. How you doing?
It's our policy.
Oh, let's go look at poster 7, sir. You know what poster 7 is? Your rules and regulations? I'm here. I'm an independent.
Come here, talk to this guy.
I'm showing him some rules right here.
He's in charge. He's gonna talk to you. Come on.
No, it doesn't matter what he says. This is what this says.
Well, you goddamn gave him. Come back here. Talk to this
Excuse me.
guy. He's in charge. You don't listen, I'm gonna rush you for trespass. Simple
You
as
can't.
that.
You unless I'm
You can
commit.
film all you want, but
Unless
you
I'm breaking the law, you cannot trespass me from a publicly accessible area.
There you go.
Let me speak. I want to speak to your sergeant, please.
I don't care. You're gonna speak to a captain or not.
I want to speak to a supervisor, please.
You're not, right?
Contact the supervisor.
Tell him what you want to do.
You can real quick, sir. Before you go ahead and try to give me any information, right here, photography for news, advertising, and commercial purposes. Photography for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, commercial corridors, and authorized or auditoriums when in use of the public, by the public. Means I can film in here because it is a constitutionally protected activity. It is a lawfully protected activity. Filming in public is not a violation of the law. When in public, you have no expectation of privacy. I know the law. I know my rights. I do this. I've gone into the Des Moines Police Department and filmed there before.
Excessive privacy. Oh, you can stand out there.
No, I'm not gonna. No, that is an unlawful command.
Okay.
That is a request. That is not a lawful command.
No, he has the right. He's
No,
the
what's this say right here?
I don't care.
Yes, sir.
Listen
I
here.
never got your first name. What was your first
I,
name?
I didn't give my first name.
What would you like me to call you besides
Dragon T.
Dragon T?
Dragon T.
Okay, Dragon T. This gentleman has to say something to you, and then we just have to know yes or no, whatever your response.
All right, sir, what do you have to say to me? I'm sorry.
If any of my customers or any of my employees feel threatened, I have the right to remove anybody from.
How am I making them feel threatened with a camera? Did I threaten them? Did I physically make any notions toward them for,
He said feel threat. He didn't say you made it.
I'm sorry, feelings don't trump law.
Okay.
Billings do not trump law. In public, you have no expectations of privacy. You can't even tell me I can't film you. You can ask me to, and I can politely decline or politely not film you. According to the law and according to your own rules and regulations, I have every right to be in here and film in public. Now, do you want to dispute this with me? We can. Because, I actually have papers here from the Department of Homeland Security, if you'd like to read those. It basically says I can film any public, federally facility intentionally. Intentionally photography and videotaping of exterior, interior of federal facilities and law enforcement in the course of their duties. So those guys are federally employed. I can film them in the course of their duties.
This don't mean nothing. You can print that out anyway.
Look at that right there. What does that say? The U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
You can keep it. I don't want to.
Department of Homeland Security.
You're gonna make me lose my patience here.
You can lose your patience all you want.
Okay. Okay. Based on your employees feeling threatened. Yes. Okay.
They're feeling threatened.
Again, so
Hey, Dragon T.
James, right?
Yeah.
If you're in charge, your employee feel uncomfortable.
What law am I being committed of?
Okay. So right
What
now-
law? What am I doing to be considered
Yeah,
trespass?
absolutely.
Got it.
So being trespass, this gentleman wants you removed from this property.
I have to
He's
commit.
asked me to remove you from
Right
this
now.
property.
All right. According to the law, I have to commit a crime to be removed from a public facility.
He doesn't want you on this property. Here's what I'm
All
gonna
right,
say.
good.
I want to speak to your supervisor.
Yep, that's why he's coming, but here's what I'm gonna
All right. Well, I'll stand right here and wait for your supervisor then.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I don't wanna, oh, hey, how you doing? That's not a supervisor.
Oh, okay.
I don't wanna arrest you for trespassing.
You can't arrest me for trespassing
I don't want
because in order to trespass me, I have to break a law.
Okay, like I said, this gentleman would
Yes.
like you removed from his property.
All right. Here.
I don't want to do that.
This is public property, publicly accessible.
Totally track it.
All right. I know the law and I know what the
No
trespassing
problem.
is.
That's why I'm going to suggest if you have problems with them, I would file a complaint or try and sue them. in-
Well, you can't arrest me anyway.
Okay, like I
According to
said,
the First Amendment,
I don't want to arrest you for
well, your
trespassing.
supervisor's going to inform you right now anyway.
Okay, no
Do
problem.
you know who Sergeant Fong is?
I do know who Sergeant
Sergeant
Fong
Fong would tell you that
Yeah.
I'm legally allowed to film in public.
is. Perfect.
I know the law, buddy.
All right.
And matter of fact,
And
I just showed you
would you like
documents.
to wait here for the supervisor?
Yes, I'm going to wait here for supervisor.
Awesome. We'll all wait here together.
That's fine. What is your name and badge numbers, officer?
Oh, it's right here,
No.
Christian Faust, and then that's my badge number 5201 right there. See?
There you go. Look at it. Right here.
Is that what you tell the judge? Look at
I'm
it.
recording you too. Just-
I know. What is your name?
Can you read? I mean, I can't see.
I can barely read it. It's so small.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Oh, but is it not your policy to identify if a
How
public?
come I asked you? He asked your name. You refused to use your name.
Because I'm not a public official. I do not required by law unless there's reasonable, articulate suspicion that I committed a crime, in the process of committing a crime, or
Is that right?
yeah, it is right.
Guy, you should be a lawyer. Instead of wasting your time filming all these people that.
Do you know what the First Amendment is, sir?
You explain. You gonna
Do
explain?
you know what the First Amendment is?
No, go ahead and read the book to me.
Freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of
Are
speech.
you allowed to harass people like this?
This ain't harassment. I didn't talk to anybody. They approached me.
The lady in front of the line.
Excuse
Touch
me?
me, I'll be pissed. The lady was standing next to you, were filming everybody. She has the right to be expectable.
In public, you have no expectations of privacy.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Do you know the law?
Yeah, I know.
You're a police officer and you don't know that. In public, you have no expectations of privacy.
She's running the.
You should get camera.
See, I even got one too up here.
I know.
That way you-
Turn it on. Turn it
Yeah,
on, man.
I got this one on too.
No, that's not on. Look, it's still not on.
Sure, it's going. It's recording.
Yeah, okay.
Been recording the same amount of time this one has.
Give me on the good side, okay, buddy?
Yep.
Alright, good.
Where do you post the videos? I'm curious, if you don't mind me asking.
Well, I
Yeah, I wanna
actually
see it.
sell the videos.
Who do you sell them to?
All the different auditors around the world.
You have like a website I can look into? I love to see this thing. I mean, I'm interested in it.
It's called Dragonfire News, Des Moines, Iowa.
Dragon News.
Dragonfire News. Dragon
YouTube or is it in there?
reporter Dragon T, breathing the fire of uncensored truth.
Is it on YouTube or is it?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yep.
Dragon Fire?
Dragonfire News, Des Moines, Iowa. Huh?
How do you spell dragon?
I don't know how. Oh my gosh.
Dragon Fire.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't find it. Maybe I spelled it wrong. I don't know. I see some, what is that? Oh, no, that's a dumbass YouTube. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's not on here.
Sure it is.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragonfire, Dragon.
Yeah, that's Dragon Ball Z.
No, Dragonfire News.
Oh, Dragon Fire. Yeah.
No, that's fine. Wow. I come in to buy a stamp and
You buy a stamp, you were standing thinking,
I got receipt proving that I did buy a stamp. Right here, bud. I had business here.
what's the stamp?
It's in my wallet.
Oh, okay. What do you need a stamp for? You need a phone.
What do I need a stamp for? Because I'm going to mail some letters.
Oh, alright.
What else would you buy a stamp for, officer?
Yeah, you
No, that's another thing. But the one I wanted, they only sold in books, and I didn't feel like buying a big book. So I just got the one that
Buy
I...
stamps individually?
Yeah.
You can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't. It's
55 cents, but some of them you can't, they won't allow you to break the, if it's like a collector's ones, they won't let you break the book, but there are ones you can buy individually.
I learn something new every day.
I went over
Yep.
there.
So you
Wow.
get it for a stamp. Why are you still here then?
Because I'm here doing, gathering content for a story.
Oh, what's the story on?
First Amendment, the right to film in public. And the fact that they failed drastically, and so are you right now, Sergeant Hong. You threatened me with arrest and trespass on a public facility. Unless I commit a crime, I cannot be trespassed.
You're right.
Actually, if someone asks you to leave and you don't leave, that's called trespass.
I have to do something that is. Oh wow!
You don't. Private property, they can do whatever.
This ain't private property, bud. It's
It's federal government property.
Yeah.
They can-
and who pays the federal government's wages? We do, the people. It's owned by us, the people.
How do you imagine this? How do you
Do they not receive funds from the federal government? Yes or no?
Actually, the post office is one of the few that doesn't receive that many funds from the federal
Actually, they do.
Actually, they don't.
Wow, I just looked it up. They get
That's why they're
the U.S. Post Office receives 1.2 billion per year throughout all the.
Hey,
Let me ask you this. Yeah.
Yes, sir. What do
You
you?
said you have paid for this, right?
Yeah, I pay taxes.
How do you have a job?
Yeah, I pay. I got a job. This is my job.
Oh, this is your job.
Yeah, I get paid to
How
do
you
this.
pay taxes?
You never heard of independent?
No.
Wow. So let me ask you this. Do you really think that me going out here doing what I'm doing right now,
Yes.
if I was in fear of being arrested, I would be out here doing
No.
it?
I think you just said incite people's reaction, which is doing a good job.
That is actually
That is,
technically true
that is true.
because it's called an audit. Test the public and their knowledge of the First Amendment.
He's so calm like a cucumber.
I'm here to test your knowledge of the law and what I'm capable and not capable of doing.
That is true. Like, I don't care what you said, but these people said you gotta go, you gotta go. That's all we gotta do.
You cannot
Listen,
trespass.
you understand?
Oh my
we don't
God.
make laws, right? We enforce them. Okay?
Yeah, and you're a law enforcement officer, not a feelings enforcement officer.
Oh, what?
You're a law enforcement officer, not a feelings enforcement
Oh,
officer.
feeling.
They are not. They saying they feel threatened. How did I threaten them? I got it all on video.
Let me see. Is it even on?
It's on. It's recording right now.
No, it's not. You gotta hit that button.
That'd be kind of funny.
29, 56, 57, 58. It's recording.
Yeah, okay.
My gosh.
See, my phone's a little different. Mine has to see a red button on it.
The red button's right there.
Yeah, I know, but
Bleeping. See it?
yeah, I see that. But mine's cooler though, I think.
Oh, man. You know, I went into the Des Moines Police Department and filmed inside the.
But you lucky I wasn't there, because I wouldn't put up with that. But that's.
Well, you can't do anything about it.
I can say you can, but.
You can't do anything about it.
Lobby at a time.
If I'm not committing a crime,
Yeah.
violating the law in any way, shape, or form,
Yeah.
you cannot trespass me from public property. I'll move it out of the way so you don't get in the view if you don't want to be. Right now, it's these guys right here that are being the stars of my show. Oh. And not to mention, it's written right here on the rules and regulations.
You for anything I can break right now.
That's all right. 242 is going to home soon.
Technically, unless I break the law, you can't even identify me. Right? Am I correct or am I not? Am I accurate? Unless I violate or break the law, you cannot ask for my identification.
Sure, I can't force you to do your identity.
Thank you. That's correct. They got one right.
Or we're dispatched to an individual.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Dispatched or not.
That's how it works. We're dispatched.
Nope. Even dispatched. It's okay. U.S. Supreme Court states that public photography cannot be considered suspicious, unlawful, or be considered an act tied into the act of a criminal act. In other words,
Do you have that Supreme case law so I can read it? So
yeah, actually I do.
Myself a better officer than-
Yeah, I do actually. Let me get that out for you. Not to mention here, why don't you read this? Comes down from the Department of Homeland Security.
Did you print it out?
Yeah, no, actually the public library printed it out for me. I have every right to, according to the First Amendment, protected rights by intentionally photographing, videotaping exterior of interior of federal facility of law and law enforcement in the course of their duties to test that. See, you want
To test our response. That's what you're doing. You're not. What you're trying to do is do gotcha news. You're not testing anyone's response. But that's fine. I mean, that's your.
But
right.
see, you guys are trying to tell me that you can trespass me because they feel
I don't know
uncomfortable.
who you guys are, but I didn't say that.
This officer here did.
Okay, well.
He said they feel uncomfortable, so they're going to ask me to leave. Well, unless I break a law, I can be here all day if I want to be.
Not on day. 'Cause they gotta
I'm
go
not loitering. I have a purpose.